Okay, so we are doing corporate funding and listing, and it is our 12th chapter which we are currently going through. Here, securitization that we know, it is transformation of financial asset. Basically securitization meaning they want to ask us. Securitization basically means that we are converting illiquid assets to liquid one, and basically it has done through SPDE, means a special purpose distinct entity has been formed, and that entity can do so without having a separate identity. We won't be able to do securitization. So here securitization, as the definition says, it is basically the transformation of financial assets. Transformation, how come? Because financial asset has changed its formation, from illiquid to liquid. It becomes. Now the securitization that is used by the official entities, that is to raise funding and otherwise than what is available via the traditional method. So if something is available for the traditional method of on balance sheet funding, in other words, what they wants to say is that the securitization is basically process of pooling and repackaging of homogeneous illiquid financial assets into marketable securities that can be sold to the investor. Like what has happened, like bank has given loan to some person, where a bank has but the person has taken such money, and the bank has got the paper of he or she, such property papers of that property. Now what bank can do, because the bank cannot sell the property yet, the person is still living, because there is a tenure of suppose 5 years, 10 years. So what bank can do on the basis of that property papers, bank can create a SPDE, or maybe if there's some existing SPDE, bank can approach or go to it, and then that SPDE on the basis of the property papers can issue securities. If the SPDE issue securities to the public, then what has happened? It generate funds. So bank is into the profitable business now. Now bank with that amount can also give loan to someone else, and from again bank can get some security, and on the basis of such security bank can do securitization through SPDE. So this is basically the whole process of this securitization. Now we are here that there are 4 steps in the securitization. 4 steps, what all are they? Like SPDE is created to hold the assets. SPDE is created. Now the originator or holder of assets sell the assets existing or future to the SPDE. Originator whom? Originator bank. Bank is holding the assets now, and it basically sells to the SPDE. Now the SPDE with the help of an investment banker, because issuance during the issue period, during the issue time, we know that we have to follow various procedure, various bids, everything. There is a whole process. So bank with the help of investment banker comes into the picture. Here it issues the securities which are distributed to the investors. Okay, now the SPDE that pays the originator for the assets with the proceeds from the sales of securities. Means what now it is happening, that whatever be the amount has been generated, SPDE give it to the originator. Originator whom? Bank in that case. Now it is a whole diagram. Okay, let's go through it. Here if it's a debtor, it gives payment to the originator. It asks for the payment, originator gives supplies. Here it approach to the SPDE, it assign its receivable, whatever be the receivable he has, he or she assign it to this basically bank here, and then he gave him a cash, and then it issues the notes and issue the notes to the investors, and whatever be the cash generated, that has been given to the originator. So here it is a liquidity support, and it also enhance the credit. Now we have a different topic here, that is SEBI issue and listing of securitized debt instrument and security receipts. Yeah, basically what is here, that is SEBI has to issue various guidelines for the various securities. Like debt, SEBI has a different; for equity, SEBI has a different guidelines; for securitized also SEBI has a different guidelines. So what all are they? Like SEBI informed, notified SEBI, that is issue and listing of securitized debt instrument and security receipts. Regulation 2008 on May, means 2008 May it has been published, and it is basically taking into the account of the market need, what is the requirement, cost of transaction, competition policy, professional expertise of the credit and credit rating agencies. So many of the guidelines has been issued, and here disclosure and obligation of the parties which are involved in the transactions, and also the interest of the investors in such instrument. Basically what SEBIs all talk about, there is not some fake property on which people get invested through securitization, and bank has also not verified it, then SPID has also not verified it, and then who loses here? Investor. Basically the loss of investor. So if you talk about here applicability, that the public offer of securitized debt instrument, it is applicable on whom? It is not on the private placement, not on the right issue, not on the debt issue. Debt issue, it also sorry, it's applicable on the debt issue, but not on the other offers, but it only applies to the public offer of securitized debt instrument. It is also applicable to the listing of securitized debt instrument that is issued to the public or any person or on a recognized stock exchange. Here it talks about that it is issued to the public. There can be a public or any person. Any person means it can be restricted to some few persons, and they approached a recognized stock exchange. Now to the listing of securitized receipt that is issued to the QIB on a recognized stock exchange in terms of chapter, you don't have to remember that, but the to listing of securitized receipt issued to the QIBs on a recognized stock exchange, it is applicable to them as well. It is applicable to QIB, public offer, and issued to the public or any other person. Okay. Now eligibility. Who all are eligible? A person cannot make public offer to the debt security seeking listing of such securitized debt instrument unless SPD has been created. As we discussed earlier, SPD is required to issue public debt securitized debt instrument. All trustees are registered with SEBI, means the SPDE has generated, and the all trustees that are in the process of SPD. First we will discuss that how SPD forms and what all are the requirements. We'll discuss on that part also. So in that procedure we have trustees, and all the trustees are registered with SEBI. Okay, there is no outsiders. And SEBI issue and listing securitized debt instrument securities receipt regulation 2000 applicable. It are applicable. Now it complies with all the applicable provision of this regulation. This is a very general line, regular line which we can write everywhere. Complies with all the applicable laws and provisions, and also the SEBI Act. Now the requirement of obtaining registration is not applicable for the following person. What all are not eligible to go for the registration in this case? Who may act as a trustee of special purpose distinct entity. Now they have raised a concern that who can all be a trustee. Basically a debenture trustee who are already registered with the SEBI can be a trustee, Also, the person registered as a securitized company, securitization company, or a reconstruction company with RBI, means he has already registered with the RBI, then it can be recognized under SARFAESI Act, because we have different provision act of a SARFAESI, and if it is registered with the RBI, then it can be considered registered trustee. Now, the National Housing Bank, because we have a different provision for this bank, that is National Housing Bank Act 1987. Then we have a National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, that is established by the National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. Any scheduled commercial bank other than regional rural bank, means regional rural bank are the exclusion here. Okay, any other public financial institution that has been defined in section 2 clause 72 of the Companies Act. Basically it's a definition section, so we have not used here the subsection. We know the basic reading of the law, that it is always done to be clause 272. Any public, any PFI, any other person that may be specified by the SEBI. So SEBI may also further enhance such list. So now we have almost 6 persons that can be work as a trustee. Like any other person that has been registered with the SEBI, कोई RBI में registered है, then a National Housing Finance Bank, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, and scheduled commercial bank other than regional rural bank, any PFI which has been registered as per section 2 clause 72 of the Companies Act, and any other person that has been specified by the SEBI can work as a trustee. Now we have, however, these persons and SPDE of which they are trustee are required to comply with all other provisions of the SEBI, that is public offer and listing of securitized debt instrument and securities receipt regulation 2008, and an application seeking registration to act as a trustee shall, how they can go for a basically and application for seeking registration to act as a trustee shall, they should have a net worth of not less than 2 crore rupees. Net worth of 2 crore rupees is required, and it also in its employment a minimum 2 person who between them, like there are 2 person to between them at least 5 years of experience in an activity that is related to securitization, and 1 person shall be have a professional qualification in law from any university, any recognized university from central government or any state government or foreign university. So here basically they need 2 person and between them at least 5 years experience in activities that are related to the securitization, and 1 of them can be professional qualification. So they can act as a trustee. Like if we talk about company secretary, let's go a little deeper in this. Like if I'm a company secretary and I have a net worth of 2 crore rupees and I already worked in a company where I gained 5 years of experience, then I can be eligible to work as a trustee because I have a professional qualification as well, also the work experience and also the net worth. So these all things has been now we have another topic, that is the application for registration that shall be made by the trustee in prescribed form along with fee. Prescribed form में along with fee होना चाहिए. Now launching of schemes. Now I think we'll do it in our next lecture. Okay, thank you.